Welcome to the Village of Bartlett Board meeting for November 20, 2018. I call this meeting to order and ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Kammerer?
Here.
Carbonaro?
Here.
Daney?
Here.
Cabrera?
Here.
Hopkins?
Here.
Ranky?
Here.
President Wallace?
Here. We've requested Pastor Susan Tyrell from the Emmanuel United Church of Christ to do our invocation this evening. Pastor Tyrell.
Let us be in prayer, please. God of bounty, from whom come all good gifts and from whom mercy flows, we thank you for this season, where our hearts are open to your many blessings and where you give us the spirit to do good in our work and play and civic duties. We ask for your presence this night as you bless the leaders of this council to do their work for the people of this village. Bless those who are doing much with little. Bless those who do not have. Keep us ever mindful of what you would have us think and say and do. With gratefulness and with humility we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Tyrell. And we have a special guest this evening. If Eagle Scout Ethan Tyler Bax is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ethan. Next item we have this evening is our consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk will be considered enacted in one motion. There'll be no separate discussion on items on the consent agenda. At this point, is there anything any board member would like to add to the consent?
I would like to add E1 to the consent agenda if there's no objection.
Is there any discussion over E1?
That one should not be on the consent agenda. That requires actually 6 votes, so that needs to be a separate motion.
Okay. You're denied.
I thought it was in.
Anything else? All right. With that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda, which this evening will include the minutes, the public hearing, board, and committee minutes from November 6, 2018. The consent this evening will also include the bills list from October 16, 2018. The consent this evening will include under Building and Zoning Committee an ordinance approving a site plan and granting a special use permit to allow a car wash at 1255 West Lake Street. And the consent this evening will also include under Public Works Committee an ordinance authorizing the sale by internet auction of surplus personal property owned by the Village of Bartlett.
Excuse me, Mayor. Trustee Carbonaro, did you ask for B as in boy one or E as in elephant one?
E as in Edward.
E as in elephant one?
Oh, I thought you said B.
He thought it was under, it was right on with the budget amount. That's the only reason I asked to put that on the consent.
Sorry, I thought you said B1.
So that can be added.
Yes.
So we will start over.
Sorry.
No problem.
I'll entertain a motion to amend the consent agenda to include the items that I've just read, also adding under community,
Police and Health.
under Police and Health Committee, E1, a resolution approving a 60-day extension of construction administration services agreement with Williams Architect for the new Bartlett Police Facility.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Trustee Daney, seconded by Trustee Hopkins. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Daney?
Yes.
Cabrera?
Yes.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Ranky?
Yes.
Kammerer?
Yes.
Carbonaro?
Yes.
That motion carries. Now I'll entertain a motion to approve the amended consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
It's moved by Trustee Daney, seconded by Trustee Carbonaro. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Cabrera?
Yes.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Ranky?
Yes.
Kammerer?
Yes.
Carbonaro?
Yes.
Daney?
Yes.
That motion carries. Next item we have this evening on our agenda is the Treasurer's Report. Mr. Treasurer.
Thank you. Included in the packet tonight is the Treasurer's Report for September. And this is the 5th month. Next month, December, we'll have our 6th-month budget review, our 6-month projections. Sales tax receipts $218,236, which is down $6,000 from the same month prior year, but we seem to be on track overall. And MFT receipts $90,079, just up $100 from the prior year. That's it for the Treasurer's report. Thank you.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Treasurer while he has the floor? Hearing none, we'll move on to the President's report. This evening's President's report is a proclamation recognizing Bartlett Eagle Scout Ethan Tyler Bax for his community service. Whereas the rank of Eagle Scout is the highest honor that can be achieved by a young man in the Boy Scouts of America. Whereas to reach this rank, the Scout must take the long journey from tenderfoot to Eagle, earning a multitude of badges and demonstrating that he lives by the principles of the Scout Oath and Scout Law, showing himself to be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And whereas at the conclusion of this journey, the Scout must plan, develop, and give leadership to others in a service project helpful to an organization other than Boy Scouting. And whereas Bartlett Eagle Scout Ethan Tyler Bax imagined and invested 1,200 plus hours executing a wonderful community service project at O'Brien Woods that includes a 300-yard, 1/2 mile mulch interpretive trail, a 6.5-foot round fire grate, and a 6-foot by 10-foot by 4-foot wood storage, which are constructed of metal. And whereas helping to provide a greater access to an easier enjoyment of our natural wooded areas supports the village's goal of providing a safer, healthier, and much more earth-friendly home for its inhabitants, be they human, animal, or plant. Now therefore, I, Kevin Wallace, President of the Village of Bartlett, Cook, DuPage, and Kane Counties, Illinois, ask everyone to join me in applauding Ethan's dedication to his Boy Scout journey, congratulating him on his achieving his Eagle Scout rank, and thanking him for the valuable service project that he carried out for our Bartlett community.
That's amazing. Congratulations. That's pretty amazing.
That's it for the President's report this evening. Does the board have any questions for staff?
I just have a couple of comments. Some of the staff members are sharing some birthdays. I'd just like to recognize that. We have Tony Fraden, the 18th of this month, Brian Goralski, the 20th of this month, and Sam Hughes, also the 20th of this month. And our Deputy Chief of Police, Jeff, Petrakis is 22 years, November the 4th. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah. I think we have to sing happy birthday because it's Brian's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. And Sam. No cake? Call it. Oh, that's right, before Thanksgiving, you know? Thank you, Trustee Daney. Any other questions? This brings us to the town hall portion of the meeting this evening. If anybody would like to address the board, please step up to the podium and state your name and address for the record. Try to keep your comments to 3 minutes. Would anybody like to address the board at this time?
Hello, everyone. My name is Denny Matthews, and I reside at 218 North Oak here in Bartlett. I've been a resident for 44 years. I'm part of a small group of residents who are interested in ensuring that our children can experience the same or better quality of life here in Bartlett. For myself, my youngest son and his family live here in Bartlett, and so this is an issue that's very important to me. We'd like to start out by taking this opportunity to applaud the village for joining the Soul Smart program. Soul Smart, for those of you who don't know, is a program that recognizes cities, counties, and small towns for making it faster, easier, and more affordable to go solar. It provides no-cost technical assistance to help local governments become open for solar business. As we understand it, Brian Gorelski, our building director, has been instrumental in getting Bartlett on board, so we thank you very much for making that move.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Hi there. My name is Parth Patel. I reside at 160 Pleasant Drive. I would also like to congratulate the village on enrolling in the Soul Smart program. I think it is a significant positive step in terms of making sure that we can generate renewable energy here in the village. I did want to let the trustees know that the Fox Valley Sustainability Network is sponsoring a presentation by Edith Macra of the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus about a program linked to the Soul Smart program called the Greenest Region Compact on Friday, November 30th at 10 a.m., location Hickory Knolls Discovery Center in St. Charles. This event would be a great opportunity to learn about the benefits of joining the Greenest Region Compact. Many of our surrounding cities and villages have already signed on to the compact. And then just as a general note, as community residents, we are focused on supporting the village to become more sustainable. As part of those efforts to learn more about what the village has already done, we've been able to speak with two of our village trustees who have been able to give us a list of items already implemented by the village, composed by Assistant Village Administrator Scott Skiricki. And we look forward to speaking with more of the village trustees as in the near future. Thank you so much, and take care.
Thank you for being here. Would anyone else like to address the board at this time? Everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving early. Next item we have this evening on our agenda are standing committee reports. First standing committee report is Building and Zoning Committee, Chairman Hopkins.
Thank you, President Wallace. Item A1 was covered under the consent agenda.
Thank you, Chairman Hopkins. Next standing committee report is Community and Economic Development Committee, Chairman Gabrenia.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have one item on our agenda. Ordinance authorizing the sale of real estate owned by the Village of Bartlett, which is no longer necessary, appropriate, required for the use of, profitable to the village, or for the best interest of the village, and approving a real estate purchase and sale agreement between Moore Dusty LLC and the Village of Bartlett for the property commonly known as 117 to 120 East Railroad Avenue. The village staff has been working to attract a brewery out of Villa Park, Illinois, since the fall of 2017. The project would fill a market void in the community, sell a village-owned property, and achieves many of the objectives in the village's TOD and strategic plans. The village staff has done an amazing job at working with this business owner, and I would like to defer to Scott Skiricki to go through the motions with us.
Thank you, Trustee Gabrenia. I think you summed up this project pretty well. The agenda item before you tonight is a contractual agreement to purchase land. The seller would be the village, and the buyer would be Moore Brewing. What they're proposing is a two-story brew pub at 117 Railroad Avenue, which is also known as the former Lucky Jack's location. Part of their proposal is a two-story building. 30 of those seats would be a private party room. 50 of those seats would be situated on a rooftop, with the remaining seats in the restaurant. The owners have been operating out of Villa Park since 2017, and probably towards that time we began engaging them. We really picked up steam with them at the beginning of the year. We showed them every nook and cranny in the village until we couldn't find any more nook and crannies, and they kept reverting back to the downtown. That pleased us very much, and that led to an offer on the village site. The board is within their rights to sell it via the ordinance, and one of the owners, who also happens to be a Bartlett resident, Sunny Patel, is here this evening. Should you have any questions for him or staff. But just before we get to there, a few key points in the contract. One is a sales tax incentive of $100,000 or 10 years, whichever comes first. Based on our research of their business, I would be really surprised if they made it half that time. So I don't think you'll see 10 years. I think it'll be a lot less than that. They have shared their P&L statements with us, and we have researched some comparables. Also in the contract, to protect the village is the right of first refusal. And I think those are some important key highlights. But like I said, if you have any questions, Sunny Patel, one of the co-owners, is here, as well as if you have any questions for staff.
Go back. I move to approve ordinance 2018 123, an ordinance authorizing the sale of the real estate owned by the Village of Bartlett, which is no longer necessary, appropriate, required for the use of, profitable to the village, and approving a real estate contract and sale agreement between Moore Dusty LLC and the Village of Bartlett for property commonly known as 117 to 121 East Railroad Avenue.
Second.
Moved by trustee Gabrenya, seconded by trustee Kammerer. Is there any discussion?
My only question is the sales tax rebate. Does it, if Moore Brewing decides to sell, does it follow to the next owner, or does it just stay with the current owner?
Yes.
Okay.
One question I have also, what are you looking for? What anticipate building? What's the?
I'd like to thank you, everybody, for having me here. My name is Sunny Patel. We own a Moore Brewing Company out of Villa Park. And this project has been long coming in the village of Bartlett. We want to have this project done soon as possible, but we've fallen kind of, can't break a ground yet. So we are trying to start a project around March, earliest maybe, when the weather permits us, and have it done end of this year.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
I just want to say while you're up there, it's been a real pleasure meeting you, and we're really excited about the project. We've seen some concepts. I think it's going to be a tremendous success in the area. So we really appreciate you being here, and we'd like to see you go talk with the Chamber of Commerce too.
Thank you. We will do.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
So I apologize for the confusion before. This was the ordinance I was talking about that requires 3/4 vote, which is 6. Requires.
Any other discussion? Any other comments? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Hopkins?
Yes.
Ranky?
Yes.
Kammerer?
Yes.
Carbonaro?
Yes.
Daney?
Yes.
Gabrenya?
Enthusiastically, yes.
A motion carries. And good luck, and if there's anything we can do, let us know.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chairman Gabrenya. Next item we have this evening is Finance and Golf Committee Chairman Daney.
Mr. President, we have nothing on the agenda this evening.
Thank you, Chairman Daney. Next item we have under Standing Committee Reports is License and Ordinance Committee Chairman Kammerer.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have nothing under our committee tonight either.
Thank you, Chairman Kammerer. Next item is under Police and Health Committee Chairman Carbonaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. We had one item on the agenda, but it was covered under the consent.
Thank you, Chairman Carbonaro. Finally, under Public Works Committee Chairman Ranky.
Thank you, Mr. President. No pending items under Public Works.
Thank you, Chairman Ranky. Is there any new business that anyone would like to discuss?
Well,
other than Brian's birthday.
There you go.
And Sam's.
That'd be good to discuss as well.
I'd like to wish everybody a very happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Same to you, Ray. As I drove in this evening, it occurred to me, with Christmas coming up as soon as it will be, and we're putting a push towards decorating, I don't know what the viability would be of, I look in front of J.C.'s, and I see that they lit up their tree to some degree. And I go to other villages during the wintertime, and their parkway trees are strung with lights that just light up their entire downtown area. And I'm curious about what it would take for us to look into doing that, to light up our downtown area, to make it appealing, festive. And some people, some cities leave these lights on year-round just to, as an attraction. And if it's done correctly, I think it could look quite appealing.
I think that'd be a great idea. Maybe we could light up the flower baskets.
That would be good, too. Maybe we could just next year have flower baskets.
Right. We do have the lights that we hang from the lamp poles.
Hey, Dan, I know you don't have enough on your plate already, so why don't the trustees and myself get a bunch of lights and we can just go start stringing.
That's it.
You have to have somewhere to plug them in.
May have to plant a few trees also.
Well, we're looking at, when you look at the downtown area, we're trying to make it more appealing, and we're wanting to bring in businesses, and if more brewing
think
comes
that'd
in,
be-
I just think it looks nice.
I'd love
personally.
to see it blinged up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we can work on that. Whatever you can do, I'm sure we'll notice a difference. Good idea. Anything else? Any other questions for staff? With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Moved by trustee Daney, seconded by trustee Cammer. The clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Ranky?
Yes.
Cammer?
Yes.
Carbonell?
Yes.
Daney?
Yes.
Cabrera?
Yes.
Hopkins?
Yes.
We are adjourned.